You are listening to The Hayley Osborne Show with me, Hayley, your host. This is your place to learn how to become the superhero marketer in your business, to become the number one in your local community, both online and your surrounding areas. Every week, I'll be teaching you how you can achieve the best out of your marketing, your business, and be the most fearless superhero version of yourself. Small business owners are the backbone of the economy, and I'm here to demystify local area marketing to help you reach more customers. Between myself from South Australia and my wildly inspiring guests from across the world, I'm so excited to discuss all things marketing your business with you. I believe in you, so let's get started. Hello, friends. I hope that you are well and happy and healthy. Welcome to another episode of the Hayley Osborne Show. I am Hayley and I am really glad that you are here. This is episode 61. I am just coming off the back of the Easter long weekend here in Australia when this episode is out, and I am sure that I will be feeling refreshed and revived and very excited about the future. I know that I am very excited about the future. Right now, as I am recording this, there are some beautiful things playing out for my business and my brand, which I cannot wait to share with you, but I will leave that for another episode. I really want to share a wins episode with you so that you can be inspired by what is also possible for you. But today, I wanted to give you permission to set yourself some healthy boundaries, especially when it comes to your social media, which is why I've cleverly titled today's episode 5 Tips for creating healthy social media boundaries. It is nighttime when I'm recording this podcast, so I'm a bit like blah, 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 but I promise you I'm very passionate about this subject and this is going to be a very good episode. But sometimes I'm a bit like tongue-tied, which is fine. And as a side note to creating and setting some healthy social media boundaries for you, at the start of this year, I removed all the emails from my phone. I deleted the whole app and my gosh, it felt good. What prompted me to do this though was not ripping the band-aid off quickly type of a thing. No, it wasn't like that at all because of something I'd seen or somewhere or someone was doing it or anything like that. I simply kept getting these alerts about having to put my password in, and I would put my password in, I would put it in, I would redo it, and it would take me to another screen and it would ask me if it was a school or a personal account, and I never knew which one to pick as I don't handle my emails and so on and so forth. So I kept picking the wrong one and I didn't even know what was happening. So I thought to myself, maybe I just need to delete the whole app and refresh and restart from scratch with username and password type of stuff. So I did. I deleted it. Then I must have got distracted by a phone call or a meeting or something like that. And I never got around at that point in time to adding the app back on my phone. So I didn't. I just had to move through my day. And then I thought I'd test myself and just not add it back on my phone. And maybe it was also a little bit of, let's see how long I can go with this type of stuff. And it turns out I just left it off. And that's how I set a healthy email boundary for myself. I can say it's the best. I can honestly say it's so great not having my emails on my phone. I'm more in the moment. Even though I was in the moment before, I'm really in the moment now. I'm not tempted to check anything as they're just not there. And emails can never be that urgent, right? They can't be urgent enough that they can't wait, because if they are, someone will pick up the phone and call you. Because of this, because of these boundaries I've set myself on my emails, I've started adding in social media boundaries into my life as well. And I kind of did this before loosely, but I'm more strict now too. And maybe it's because of my kids and I don't know, but it's more so I can be super present with my life. And I love my life. So I want to be there for my life and not in my phone, which I don't want to be there. I love my phone. I love social media. It's so connecting. It's so engaging. I love meeting new people and doing everything on there. I love that so much, but it's important for me to also be there for my life and never miss a single thing. And I hope that I can impart some of this on you. Having a balance is really important. And we do forget. Having self-control is really important. And then there's having self-control on social media. That is the most important limit you can set on yourself. How many times have you scrolled into the social media abyss only to realize half an hour has gone by? It's so bad, isn't it? Which is why I think that we need to set and talk about setting healthy social media boundaries so it's not sucking you up and spitting you out. It's horrible. Instead, you're using it for good. You're using it to connect, to engage, to build trust among your audience, not to mindlessly scroll. You're using it to look at what your business besties are doing, and you're commenting and you're loving on them and you're doing all the things. So, firstly, I want you to set time limits to engage, right? That's my number one tip for creating healthy social media boundaries, is to set time limits to engage. So what I mean by that is actually set a timer on your phone, right? Where your alarms go off. So if you're like, right, I'm going to go in, I'm going to support my biz besties, I'm going to support my clients, I'm going to support those that I love, and I'm going to spend the next 15 minutes uninterrupted commenting, checking, stalking in a good way, all of the things that you really enjoy doing. And then when the alarm goes off, that's it. And you can actually be doing a lot in 15 minutes when you are mindfully engaging. That 15 minutes is huge. I encourage you to try that this week and see how you go. Message me and say, oh my God, it was a fail. Or you've got your alarm on, so it might actually be very beneficial for you. Number 2, and I do this, it's a little harder now. My days, I day block rather than time block, especially with my little people. Number 2 is put your phone away in the morning and the afternoon. So when my days are work days, the phone is away from 9 o'clock until 12 o'clock. And then I'll check it over the lunch break, and then I'll put my phone away from 1 o'clock, say, until about 4 o'clock. And then you've got time to do what you need to do. But it's really important. So those days I'm working, the phone is away because it is such a distraction otherwise, and I've got so used to doing it. You need to get shit done when it's time to get shit done, and you do not need that as a distraction. It is enough to get back to people over lunch or after 4 o'clock. And if you have an idea for something to put on your stories, write it down and get to it when you have that opening in your day. So that's number 2. Put your phone away in the morning and the afternoon. Number 3, don't look at your phone for the first hour of the day or the last hour of the day. That's your time to, number 1, start up your day fresh without any interruptions or any emergencies or urgencies, I should say, especially when it comes to your social media. Nothing is urgent. And then for the last hour of the day, right? It's really important that you spend some time unwinding. Now, think about, but what if someone messages me? But what if you're asleep? Then you're not going to get back to them anyway. Well, I know that my phone is completely on silent, not even the vibrates on, so I'll never be interrupted. Honestly, nothing. If you need to be contacted that badly, somebody will knock on your door. So don't look at your phone for the first hour and the last hour of the day. And I know so many people that actually practice this and it works wonders for them. So the fourth one is you need to create everything you need to for the week ahead for your social media. Create before you consume anything on your social media. So you need to be creating first before you consume anything. This is really healthy because it sets your mindset up to win, because then you feel like you have achieved something already and you won't mindlessly scroll. You won't do that at all. And if you're scrolling to look for inspiration, that's different. That happens in your time limit, right? So that's when you set your time limit. But you need to start creating before consuming. It's such a healthy habit to get into. And number 5 is respect your needs outside of social media. So respect your need to exercise, respect your need to sleep, respect your need to have downtime or read a book or spend time with family or spend time in the kitchen or spend time just sipping your coffee and enjoying the shit out of it without social media. Okay? It is so healthy. And if you can't do that, at least try and do it for one day. You know, sometimes you'll see me, I post a picture of my coffee in the morning or some croissants that Mark may have made or something like that. And that's okay. But I still have boundaries on certain days that's really healthy for me to put into my day. So I hope that those 5 things have helped you to create some healthy social media boundaries in your life. And I know that we've all probably set boundaries in place over the years because social media has been around for a little while now, but we tend to forget and we tend to slip back into old habits, or we tend to just go down that dark rabbit hole. Somehow it sucks us back in. So this is a nice little episode for you to recheck and check in on yourself and how you can possibly make more time in your day by not mindlessly doing things on social media, but doing them with purpose, with engagement, and with some structure around how to make it healthier for you. And therefore, you won't lose your love for it either, because you are respecting your boundaries and respecting your needs. If you have any questions about anything I've said today, feel free to drop me a DM on Instagram. Hayley K, the letter K, Osborne is where I hang out the most, and I'm always up for a chat. If you message me when I am having some downtime, I'll get back to you. I always will get back to you. In the meantime, guys, keep learning and creating magic in your business. Your learning curve becomes shorter when you surround yourself with the right people and the right tools. And I will see you next week for another episode of The Hayley Osborne Show. I hope you've enjoyed listening to this episode. If you have, hit subscribe so you don't miss any new episodes released every Tuesday. And while you're there, leave me a review. I would absolutely love to read it. Also, don't forget to tag me at Hayley K Osborne, HAYLEYK OSBORNE over on Instagram, and share this podcast with your audience so they can get learning too. If you want more, head over to hayleyosborne.com.au/podcast for today's show notes and links. I've also got an awesome free ebook, a new one, waiting for you on my website, The 10 Essentials Every Local Area Marketing Plan Needs. And I will catch you next week for another episode of The Hayley Osborne Show.